Hey guys, Mr. Broach here. Today, yes, we're doing another tier list. Now, I put this video off for these past 2 days because I just haven't felt like it, and plus, homeschooling. So yeah, it is Saturday, so luckily I can actually make a video without having to worry about it. But we got a long video today, because today is a tier list, and it's a pretty big one. It was originally going to be the indie horror games tier list, but then it kind of evolved into more just horror games in general. Yeah, we got a lot here. Some of these, well, I think most of these are just indie games. There are some, like, we do have some Roblox games mixed in, because I just feel like I should do that. Just mix in Roblox stuff, just for the hell of it. Okay, I'm trying to remember that. I'm pretty sure most of these are indie games. Now, just to clarify, most, if not all of these games are games that I have at least seen or known about or even played. And some of these I really want to make a video on, but I don't know. But we have a lot of games here. Now, a good amount of these games, I'm not including the sequels. I mean, I'm including Amnesia the Bunker with Amnesia, the Dark Descent. Okay, I'm including the Amnesia the Bunker. Even though I'm not really including sequels or something like that. But I think most of these, I'm not including the sequels. I'm just, or maybe I'm like talking about the whole game or franchise in general. I don't know. But there's for the amount of games that are on this list, there's also a good amount of tiers. Now, of course, we have your standard S, A, B, C, D, and F. We have an E tier, just in case. We have an S plus tier, and then we have the I'm not sure tier, which these are games that I'm not really sure where I want to put on the tier list, or I just don't I don't really know too much. So, but if I don't remember everything, or I just completely forgot about it, except I only heard about it, that's it. They're gonna go, and I don't remember everything. These are the games that are, well, games that I've heard about, but I don't remember anything about them. That's pretty much it. But yeah, I'm hoping that it's not gonna do the, I'm kind of playing it a little risky. Every time I make these tier lists, I kind of have to be a little risky, because I think I might have found the problem why it does the recording thing, and I think it's due to because of browser memory. Because if you look here in Task Manager, Opera GX takes up that much amount of memory. What the fuck? Jeez. So I'm pretty sure that's the reason why. Although now I'm thinking about, I think I've talked about this in my No Players Online video, or some of it, which is why I closed all the browsers. Not only does it, quote, take place on the browser, it makes sense, but also just to see. And it didn't do the thing, but I'm playing a little risky, but every time I'm making these tier lists, I always have the feeling that it's going to do the thing, because I'm like on Arbor GX itself. However, for some reason, it just doesn't do it. What the hell is going on? But I don't know. But I'm pretty sure it's got to do with memory. But anyway, back to the tier list. Now, some of these games you might know of. Some of them you probably haven't heard about. But just to clarify again, these are horror games. I know Become a Killer isn't technically a horror game, but I'm including it here because it can be kind of nerve-wracking. So I'm including Become a Killer here, just for shits and gigs. But some of these games, most of these games, are games that I've at least watched a YouTuber play, or I've heard about, or in some cases even played the game itself in my spare time. And we have a lot of games. Some of these I am not really looking forward to ranking them. Like Happy Playtime, for example. I'm not looking forward to ranking that one, because I have an opinion on that game that you guys are not gonna like, for obvious reasons. But also, just to clarify, most of these games are mostly from Micro Horror Arcade, aka J-Ski Bean, and Dave Microwaves Games. So some of the games are gonna have games that are either like copycats, kind of like I'm on Observation Duty, and Alternate Watch is supposed to be like a on an I'm on Observation Duty clone. So in that case, if it's a clone or it's another game that's made by the same developer, like Choo Choo Charles, for example, I have his other two games that you probably heard of, No Snake Hotel and My Beautiful Paper Smile. But a good amount. But Dave's games and Jay's games, that rhymes. They're all in like one single file line. So, yeah. And I have a lot of these games. It's not all the games from these developers, but it's a handful. Just a handful of them. But I recommend you go check those two devs out. They're pretty fun. But anyway, I guess without further ado, because I'm pretty sure this video is probably going to be a long one, and judging by the time, I feel like this time I might actually make a part 2 to this, since there's maybe a little too much games. It's a little too much, but if I do this in one try, not only would it be pretty impressive, and it would be kind of a new record on this channel, but also kind of nice, so I can just get it over with. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to make a part 2 to this, judging by how many games are on this list. So that's gonna be annoying. So anyway, let's just get into the horror games tier list. It was originally gonna be the indie games tier list, but then I included other horror games that I don't think are considered indie horror games, but I just include them anyway, because why not? Just to make it even more larger, if it wasn't already large as is. So this is technically the horror games tier list, mixed with some Roblox games every now and then. But let's move into it. Let's go to the first horror game on this list, and that being Cry of Fear. Starting off good. Let me get a breather here. Okay, Cry of Fear. If you guys don't know what Cry of Fear is, it's a horror game that was made by a Swedish developer that was originally a Half-Life 1 mod called Afraid of Monsters. But if you're part of the Half-Life community or something like that, you probably heard of this game. And it's kind of a psychological game. Okay, not really, but it's basically this guy going through hard times. And it's hard to explain, okay. If you want a better explanation on Cry Fear, just go watch an explanation video on that. Or something like that. I will give it something. The monsters in this game are pretty terrifying. And I like that. But yeah, that's also going to be another thing. I got some in my throat. Hold up. Let me check that. Okay. I'll just record just in case. But some of these games, I'm not really gonna do that good of an explanation on them, since there's a little too much here, so expect that. But some of these, I'll try my best to go in depth if it's like a short indie horror game or something like that. Like Dr. Pepper Terror right here. But Cry Fear, we're starting off with a hard one to rank. I have no idea what I want to rank this one. I like the game, and I think I played a little bit of it, but I don't know. It's unique that it was originally a Half-Life 1 mod. So yeah, if you haven't played it, I recommend you go play Cry Fear if you haven't already. But I'm not putting in not sure right off the bat. I won't do that. Cry Fear is a hard one. Not because I don't know why. It's just hard to rank. I can't quite put my finger on it. I feel like if I put it in B, then I would probably have some people hating me for that. I don't think it's quite S. I'll put it at crap. I'll put it at A for now. And by the way, these can all change throughout the video. My opinions could change over time, and probably will, judging by how many horror games are on this list. But I think Cry Fear goes in A for now, at least, because I don't really know where else to put it. I don't know. Anyway, okay, we got a classic here, Slender the 8 Pages. I'm just gonna say it right now. If you haven't heard of this game, then I think you've been living under a rock. I mean, I see why. It's a pretty damn old game at this point. This is when the whole Marble Hornets, the whole Slender Man craze was being really popular at the time, like around 2010, I think. And this was a little small horror game that got extremely popular back in the day, back in 2010. And it was kind of genre defying. It kind of changed the horror community as a whole, I think. Maybe. I don't know. But playing it, I haven't played Slender the 8 Pages. I know that's crazy, but hear me out. Slender the 8 Pages in 2025, when you look at it, it kind of feels more like a demo. And that probably is because they also have another Slender game. I'm pretty sure this is Slender the Arrival. I'm just going to say that this icon here is Slender the Arrival. So we'll get to that game later. But I think you know where I'm going to put this. It's going to be an S. Not quite S plus in my book. It's not S plus tier. It's just normal S tier. Mostly because of how damn popular this game was. You couldn't escape Slenderman back in the day. And if you don't know who Slenderman was, he was Uh, he was part of a creepy image competition, I think, on the Something Awful forums, where it was just this just a tall man in a suit, maybe with some tentacles coming out of his back, and has no face. That's pretty much it. But since that one whole incident involving those two girls, I think you know what I'm talking about. That pretty much made Slenderman a pretty sour thing to talk about since then, and Slenderman hasn't really been as popular as it's been since that whole incident. I think it was in 2013, which is crazy to think about. Jesus Christ. But if you've been on the internet or something like that, then you have most likely heard of this game. If not, then what the hell are you doing? You're missing out. So next one is Potato Thriller. Now this is a game made by, I think, Snowcone Solid. I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember anything about this game. I don't remember anything. The only thing I remember from this game at all is, well, two things. One, I watched Levi's video from back in the day when he played this game. And second, he's the guy that helped him J-Ski Bean help him like model stuff for his games, which is kind of unique. But I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember anything. I don't remember a single thing from Potato Thriller, except maybe one thing, and that's the villain is a killer potato, which is ridiculous. But I think it was a pretty bizarre game. I might need to look this game up again, because this one's definitely an old game. It's definitely one of the more weirder ones. But I don't know. Carrion, okay. We got our first reverse horror game, and if you don't know what that is, it's basically a horror game where you play as the monster. You're not the one running away from it. You're the one that's actually the one that's chasing the player. Basically, you're the monster and not the human in this case. So, fun fact, not only did I get this game firstly on Nintendo Switch, I also got this game on mobile, and then I got the Steam page, which actually has mod support. So, yeah, I've played this game like more than one occasion. I kind of don't like playing it nowadays since I know what happens in it, and I kind of got bored out of it. But normally, this is a pretty fun game. Carrion's pretty fun, and it has one of my favorite types of things where the monster is like flesh, kinda, or like an amalgamation of like meat or something like that. I love that a lot, and Carrion does not hold back on that promise. I don't want to put an S because it doesn't deserve S, I think. That might be a little overrated if I do this. I don't know where I want to put Carrion. I'll put Carrion in B for now, because I kind of got worn out playing Carrion, but I do remember it was pretty fun, and I liked playing it. And it's a pretty fun horror game. Reverse horror game, I should say. Oh god, now we have Outlast. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not a big Outlast guy. I haven't really seen that much of Outlast. From what I've heard, it is, well, one of the OG horror games from back then. I just never found it interesting, which is kind of a shame, since a lot of people really do like this game franchise, and I see why. I just never been. I just have never been interested in Outlast, which is shocking, I know. But I just have a thing about it. I think the only thing I remember is Chris Walker, the big bulky guy that throws you down the staircase. I think that's all I remember. And then you're like recording on a camcorder, I think. And then that's pretty much all I know. Look, I'm sorry, but I want to put in like I'm not sure, but that wouldn't be good. I'll put it in A because I don't think it's quite S. I don't know. I just haven't been I've never been interested in the Outlast series, which is kind of sad. I know it. All right, Night Ripper. All right, our first puppet combo game. Ooh, Night Ripper's one of my favorite puppet combo games. You play as this waitress heading back home, but then there's this serial killer, or Ripper, that kills prostitutes in New York. Or at least I think it's New York. I don't know. And then he kind of stalks you in the game. He's kind of like a platypus or like duck guy. I don't know. And it's one of the more realistic kind of killers since it's quite literally just a guy in a suit with a duck mask out of all the things. But yeah, it's one of the OG Papa Combo games, and it's one of my favorites. And yes, I have watched the Corey Kenshin video when he's walking down that hallway, and then he just pops out of that door. Iconic. That's what I'm pretty sure that's what this picture is too. It's actually from that clip, which is very funny. Like if you see this image, you know, I don't know. What is it B tier though? I'm not sure. I mean, it's one of my favorite Papa Combo games that they have made, and Papa Combo games. We have like Murder House, God, what was the other one? I'm like looking through this tier list on where that other horror game was, because I don't remember what it was called. Okay, I'm not finding it. Oh, there we go. Stay Out of the House. That's what it was. Stay Out of the House. And Night Shift, which is the demo of Stay Out of the House, but we'll get to that later. I guess I should put those two next to each other, kind of think of it. And I think that's it for Papa Combo games, I think. Oh no, we have No Massacre, and Bloodwash, technically it's not Papa Combo, but they're the ones that published it, Bloodwash. I think it's made by a separate guy, but Papa Combo are the ones that published it. But anyway, off topic. But Night Ripper's pretty solid. I wouldn't say it's like Outlast or Cry of Fear level, but it's pretty close in my book. For now, I'll put it below Carrion for now. I think Carrion's a little bit more fun. Night Ripper is one of my more favorite Papa Combo games and stuff like that. Oh god. Oh, we got our first really well-known game franchise. One that I am not happy to rank. Bendy and the Ink Machine. Good god. Okay. Now, with these, like, bigger titles, like Bendy and Ink Machine, Poppy Playtime, Garner Ban, Baby Baldi's Basics, maybe not, I don't know, maybe Yellow or Mr. Hops Playhouse or something like that, you know, so on and so forth. I'll be ranking those games by how bad their community is, because I know that, like, Poppy Playtime's community is pretty degenerate, from what I've heard of. And from what I've seen, to a point where if I see like something probably playtime related, I'm like, yeah, no, not watching it. Because it's been milked to death, and content farms are awful. I think Betty and the Ink Machine is no exception from that, which is why I don't like the franchise. I think I liked it back then when it was getting popular back in 2017. And I watched those very corny SFM videos, which I regret. I regret watching those to this day. This one's probably going to be pretty controversial. I want to put it an F because of its community, but it's one of the OGs when it comes to mascot horror games. Is Bendy the Ink Machine a mascot horror game? I mean, I'm figuring it is. The kind of thing that I don't think it's a mascot horror game, I think. Maybe it is. I don't know. I know one game is, which is without a doubt on this list, which is, I think you know where. Good old Freddy Fazbear right here. I can't stop laughing just seeing it. Anyway, Bendy the Ink Machine. Don't like it. Its community is awful. You can crap out if you want. I don't care. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think I used to like it because it was kind of okay. But no, degenerate. Okay, I'll cut it some slack. I'll put it in D. I want to put it in F, or maybe even E. But I feel like if I put it in either of those tiers, you're gonna hate me for that. I mean, you're probably most likely gonna still hate me for just putting it in D. But look, I don't like Bendy the Ink Machine. I think its community is what makes it not a game that I like. Alright, anyway, now on to the Dave and Jay's games. Starting off with Boofy's Bonker. Oh boy. Boofy's Bonker. I like it. I kind of like it. I know J-Ski Bean, the guy that made it, he says he doesn't like it, which I'm kind of surprised he doesn't. I mean, yeah, it's not the most optimized game, but come on. How can you not love it? The main enemy and the main monster in this game is quite literally a dog toy. Like a little dog plush. Ain't that adorable? That squeaks around when it's walking. But then Boofy's Bunker has like other characters like Bojan, Tips and Tricks Totem, the lead data droid, Zipper. Hell, even Gamela. No one likes Gamela. It's a game that I think I want to play on the channel, but I've tried playing Dave's and Jay's games just to see how they would run or something like that. They kept crashing, so I don't think I'm gonna even be able to make a video out of it unless they give me a solution to fix it if they're watching this, which I doubt it. If they are, hi, how you doing? But Boofy's Bonker, ooh, it's a good game. I love it. One of my favorites. I don't know where I want to put it though. This one's hard to rank. Probably because my little brain is not really working the best at the moment, but ooh. I'll put it at the bottom of A. I think it's a good game. I know J-Ski Bean does not like the game. He's the one that made it. And when I talk about like DPT, it's also probably gonna anger him. I don't know. But Boofy's Bunker for now is gonna be an A. Alright. Courageous Curse. This is a Dave Microwaves Games game. a classic one too. It's basic. So this is a parody game off that one episode of Courage the Cowardly Dog, one of my favorite shows, about, well, King Ramsay. That freaking creepy looking guy that belongs in like Rap-a-Rap. Or right? Rap-a-Rap? I'm pretty sure. That's what the inspiration for King Ramsay was. I personally didn't get scared about him. I just thought he was cool. But Dave, he made a horror game out of it, and I like it. So, it pretty much follows kind of like the same thing as like the actual episode. Just a little different and stuff. It's unique. I love it. It's one of my favorite Dave games. This one's tough. I feel like they're all going to be like that, where, to me, like all the Dave and Jay games, they're going to be tough to rank. I don't think it's... Is it better than Boofy's Bunker? Kind of think of it. I'm going to move Boofy's Bunker at the top of B and put Courage's Curse at the bottom of A. I think that makes a little bit... Yeah. That feels more sensible. Next up is Strange Terror from the Deep. Yes, I watch the game, Salmon. I watch his videos maybe too much. Just one I'm familiar with a good amount of Dave and Jay's games, because I watch his video. I watch the game Salmon's videos. Strange Terror from the Deep. I'm pretty sure it's a sequel to Strange Terror from Beyond the Stars, which is a game that I don't really know about, which is why I didn't include it. It's kind of a big game. I know the Jazz Salmon is in it. I'm not so sure about Strange Terror from the Deep. I might want to put in my not... I mean, I remember it. I just don't... Okay, you know what? I'll put Strange Terror from the Deep, and I'm not sure. Because I'm not really sure where to put it. Which is kind of sad. But I'm just not sure. It's a big game. I don't know. 6 a.m. at the Chum Bucket. This is another one of those microwave games where it's like 3 a.m. in the Krusty Krab, which I have on this list. Or so on and so forth, like Around the Clock. Any of those SpongeBob games. I'm not sure if 6 a.m. at the Chum Bucket's a sequel or not. It feels like it should. But you pretty much play as Squidward. I'm pretty sure he gets hired by Plankton to work at the Chum Bucket. And then Plankton's dead. Karen goes crazy. Don't take that out of context. And then eventually she catches you, locks you in the basement. Of course, because every horror game needs to have a basement. It's routine at this point. I know every Minecraft horror map needs to have one. But then you run away from this chum monster, I'm assuming, and then you get out or something like that. Pretty short and sweet game. I'm not sure. I'll put it below Courage's Curse. Because I think it's okay. I'm getting kind of paranoid for some reason. Because while I'm editing music, while I'm recording it, there's music playing over this. When this video comes out, there'll be some music playing over it, so it won't be as, boring and plain. But trying to make the video itself, it's kind of making me a little paranoid. I'm not sure. But Rungy Roo. This is another Dave Microwaves Games game that was part of the Dave and Jay's Microwave Horror Arcade Bundle. So, which I didn't include the other 2 games that were made by Dave, which is Cockeye and A Real Party. And I also didn't include all of Jay's games as well, like Dango Dongo Farm, which is up next after this one. Lanky Lonky. Lanky Lonky. And Escape the Poo Poo House. That sounds so bad that sounds so bad just saying that out loud. Anyway, Rongi-Roo. I think Rongi-Roo is the shortest game out of the games in the bundle. So it's relatively short. I'm pretty sure Rongi-Roo may be a potato. I don't know. He pretty much locks you up in his lair or something like that. Then you try to escape, and that's it. Short and sweet. I'll put it at the bottom of D, because I thought it wasn't really interesting. But Dango Dongo Farm, on the other hand, is one of my favorites. Look, I know it's the longest game out of the games in the bundle, and it's another one of those games that Jay does not like at all. Even more than Movies Bunker. But I personally like it. I like the farmers. They're giant. Never, please don't take anything out of context that I say. Please don't. But they're like big farmers that when they catch you, they punch you in the face. And it's a cool mechanic where if they catch you once, they lock you up in the barn, but if they catch you a second time, then that's game over. You have to start all the way from the beginning. So it's one of his more annoying games, or one of his more tedious ones, because it gets pretty annoying, and because of how long it is, it makes it even more annoying. I personally like the game. I think it's interesting. It's my favorite micro horror arcade game that was in the bundle. Maybe Lanky Lonky, maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I just can't get the Lanky Lonky sounds out of my head, like Lanky Lonky. I'll stop. But Dango Dongo Farm, my god. What a mouthful. I'll put it above Night Ripper in my opinion. I like it more than Night Ripper. No offense, Puppet Combo. But I don't think it's better than Carrion though. I don't think it is. I don't know. Speaking of Lanky Lonky, he's up next. Now, from what I've heard of, Lanky Lonky's pretty difficult as well. And I know there's a Halloween version of Lanky Lonky, which is even more harder. But look at Lanky Lonky. Look at him. Look at this happy little guy. And I like how he talks. He talks funny. With that expression in his face, and with him just talking like that, God, it makes it more funny. Look at him. He's cute. But Lanky Lonky. Lanky Lonky. I'll shut up about it. Jesus Christ. But Lanky Lonky, I like him. I think pretty damn funny. I'll put him in C. I hope that's not controversial, but I think Dango Dongo Farm is better than Lanky Lonky. Look, Jay Skippy, you can argue about that in the comments if he's watching this. If not, I don't mind it. It'll just be a little nice. But anyway, DPT, also known as Dr. Pepper Terror, and it's of course a parody between Dr. Pepper and Silent Hills PT. So, yep, it's a PT clone. Alright. I don't mind it. This is one of JC Bean's least favorite games. He hates this game so much. I really like this game. I think out of all the games, in my opinion, it probably has the most unnerving atmosphere. That's weird, I know it, but hear me out. I love the jump scare sound when the monster gets you. It goes. I don't know. I love the jump scare sound. The jump scare sound is. I don't know why, but I like it. I really like the jump scare sound. And then we have Grandpa, which is way too obsessed with Dr. Pepper, who sends you into the basement or cellar, or from the shed, I think, because he's way too obsessed with Dr. Pepper. And I think he's possessed by a demon, Dr. Pepper demon, or something like that. It's a weird game, I know it, but I like it. I really like it. Okay, this is gonna be controversial. I think it's better than Courageous Curse. In my opinion, I like Dr. Pepper Terror. Which, fun fact, for a person who drinks Dr. Pepper a good amount, I can relate. Okay, not really, but if you have trypophobia, you might not want to play it because there's a lot of holes, a small hole thing that involves like trypophobia. I think that was intentional, but if you have trypophobia, then you probably don't want to play Dr. Pepper Terror. But it's a solid horror game. It was rock solid. Cockeye. I'm gonna be honest. For one, not interested. Second, I don't remember anything from it, which is unfortunate. A Real Party. Now, this game is supposed to be more like mature, for mature audiences, or something like that. It's Dave's first text-based game, where it's like not a clicking game, where it's like Shruby in the game, like arrive at a house and then it's about like a rat king, something like that. It's pretty funny. The adult humor is funny. It made me laugh a couple times. Because of that, I'm mixed about A Real Party. I think I might put it below Linky Lonky, in my opinion. I'm sorry, but I'm doing that. Tunky. Now, I'm not including Unkies.exe, which is Micro Horror Arcade's rendition of Tunky. But I'm breaking the original Tunky and Punky games. No Sunky. Get that out of here. She's from Strange Terror from the Deep, by the way. But Tunky, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's okay. The icon here looks pretty terrifying. The glowing eyes are what makes it tick. I'm gonna put Tunky. I'm gonna put my boy Tunky above Night Ripper. I think. I don't know. I don't think it's as good as like Dangle Dongle Farm, but I don't know. Bunky. I think he's the same thing as Tunky, except he like morphs around instead of just roaming. I'm pretty sure Bunky's just the same thing, so he'll go above in my opinion, because I think Bunky is a little bit more scary than Tunky. I don't know. Escape the Poo Poo House. This is the last game of the bundle that includes Cockeye, Rungy Roo, A Real Party, Dangle Dongle Farm. So this is the last game that is part of that. What do you want me to say about this? It's just a game where you had to run away from poo. Haha, that's funny. I don't really find poo jokes funny. That's gross. I'm not sure where I want to put this one. I guess above A Real Party, but below Linky Lonky. I guess. I don't know where else to put it. Alright. Nosferatu's Lair of Doom? I think that's what it's called. This is one of the more underrated Dave Microwaves games. This is one of his more underrated games. I think it's okay. It's based off Nosferatu. You all know him. He's a vampire. Okay. But I think it's a pretty average game. I'll put it above Escape the Poo House. I don't know. Bob the Killer. Oh, I'm sorry. This is Rob the Killer. To avoid... I'm ranking... So I'm going to be ranking like Bob the Killer, which was a scrapped game made by Dave, which was eventually remade into Rob the Killer to be more copyright safe. And yeah, I'm ranking Rob the Killer and Bob the Killer to each other because they're both the same. They're both the same thing. They're both the same thing. Right. So one, you get a gas can, you get a lighter, and then you burn the statue of Bob or Rob. Turn on a generator. Open the exit gate, and that's it. That's it. It's one of my. I like it, even though it's very bare bones. There's not really much to do except just, get a lighter and a gas can, light the statue of Rob or Bob, and then get the hell out of there. And that's it. Woo. Have credits. But I think it's okay. I'll put it above a Real Party. No, actually below a Real Party, my bad. And last up from the Dave Microwaves Games and Micro Horror Arcades games is 3 AM at the Krusty Krab. Oh boy. This is a classic. This is a classic game. This is what made Dave Microwaves games popular to begin with. The anime, it's the hash slinging slasher. Yeah, from that one SpongeBob episode. I think it's alright. I think there was one mobile game that was supposed to be exactly like it, except it was just poorly made and on mobile. I don't remember. I don't really remember it. So yeah. Alright, that's it for those two nice gentlemen's games. And we're back to real ones. Alright, Never Ending Nightmares. I love this game. I love this horror game. It's definitely an old game. It's definitely a classic. And I feel like I relate to this. Never mind. Ignore what I just said. I don't know why I don't know why I like it so much. I mean, it's like a side scroller with like a 2D game where you go from one place to the other. You have a monster or something like that. And it's like a never-ending nightmare, hence the name. But it's really cool. It's got multiple endings. I'm gonna be honest, I'll put it above Outlast. I love Neverending Nightmares. I love the game. I want to make a video on it so bad. I'm gonna have to buy it first if I ever eventually do that. But I really want to make a video on it. It's really fun. And speaking of me making a video on it, No Players Online. I just made a video on this game. My previous video was on this game, the classic version, not the full release one. I think it's alright. I think it's a alright horror game. I love that it implements ARG elements. I love that so much. I love it when horror games involve like some ARG or analog horror kind of elements. I really love that a lot. I'm a big analog horror / ARG guy. Look, my first videos on my channel were me making a half sword ARG, which sucks. Looking back at it, But no players online. I just made a video. This was made in 2019. This is the classic one. We're not talking about the full release here. We're talking about the good old classic version. The one that you probably know of. The one that you're probably familiar with when you think of No Players Online. I really love it. It's going to go at the top of 6 a.m. of the Chum Bucket, in my opinion. I think Curse's Curse maybe goes below it. I might actually go below Outlast. Yeah, that feels more fitting. Alright, Iron Lung. Okay. Iron Lung is one of those like indie horror games where it looks cool. I'm just not interested. I mean, but you know that one submarine incident? That one submarine that imploded? I know a lot of people made a lot of jokes at that, and I think people are still making jokes about that to this day. Tragic incident. It was pretty tragic. But people compare it to Iron Lung, which is kind of funny, since you're in a submarine. That's very morbid, I know it, and it is. And I'm pretty sure Markiplier himself is actually making an entire movie off this damn thing. From what it looks like, the more recent movie trailer of it looks pretty good. That's about it. So, I guess I'll put it, I don't remember anything about it. When it comes to the game itself, I don't remember anything about it. I think you take pictures of landmarks and then a fish rams in the submarine and eats you up. I'm pretty sure that's all I know of. And not only that, but also Markiplier's making an entire movie off the damn thing anyway. Which sounds promising. I'm kind of hyped for it. And oh boy. Five Nights at Freddy's or FNAF. What is there even to say about FNAF? I know it, you know it. I'm pretty sure everyone on the internet knows about it. You can't get away with this damn franchise. And the community, in my opinion, is either pretty good and talented, but also there's that other half where maybe it's best if you don't look at them. Look, FNAF games nowadays are more childlike and stuff like that. Unlike how it was back in 2014. Dear God, it's that old, Jesus. But it was a genre-defying horror game that changed the horror game community as a whole. After FNAF, countless upon countless of FNAF fan games just popped up. And FNAF is still relevant to this day. It's even had a movie off of it. Which kind of reminds me of Markiplier making Iron Lung a movie. It's pretty similar, like making actual horror games, making them into actual movies. But yeah, I'm pretty sure FNAF also has a FNAF 2 movie coming out. Maybe it is already out, I don't know. Another FNAF movie was pretty well hyped. I think it's best to say that FNAF goes in S+. Controversial, I know, for how not so good the franchise is now, with lore that is so damn confusing. After like so many years, we still don't know what the lore is, or the full picture. What? Yeah. It's safe to say that it defined the horror genre for games. So it's only fitting if it goes in S+ tier. It's only fitting. And that actually might be the only horror game that actually goes in that tier. I don't know. I'm on observation duty. One of my favorites. I love the I'm on observation duty series. I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure there's 8 games in total. Jesus. That's a lot of games. I'm pretty sure it was originally, like, the first game was originally released in 2018, and it was not really talked about at all when it came out. And then when 2020 rolled around, that's when it started to get popular. Maybe it was 2020, I don't know. But it's basically, it's kind of like if FNAF and Paranormal Activity made out and had a baby, and it was a game. That's pretty much what I'm on Observation Duty is. It's a spot the difference horror game where you're a surveillance guy that has to look for anything different in the cameras, and if you see anything different, you report it. That's it. It's fun. It's a simple concept. It's a simple ideal. I mean, it's a spot the difference horror game. I love it. I really love it. I'm putting it above, I think above Neverending Nightmares. Actually, no, below it. Yeah. And Alternate Watch is just the same thing. I think even harder. It's like a harder version of it, and is pretty much, if I'm on Observation Duty, a Mandela Catalog made a game about each other. That's what Alternate Watch is. It's basically I'm on Observation Duty, but it's like Mandela Catalog like, and I love it. I love it. I like it. I actually did play it. I didn't make a video off of it, but I have played it in my spare time, and I beat it in one try, I think, which is ridiculous, I know. And I think I beat it with having the flashlight as the cursor or something like that. If you play it, you know. But yeah, I love it. I really love it. And it gets even better. I'm scared. Seeing that face, it sure makes me scared. I'll stop with the corny jokes. But I'm scared. This is a popular horror game. He's also the same guy that made Discomfort, which is one of my favorite games that he's made. He's made Por favor, Bioli, or whatever the fuck that game's called. But yeah, I'm scared. It's an iconic indie game guy. You've probably seen this guy's face before. In my opinion, he goes below, like, the bottom of B. I've been sort of interested. Not a whole lot, though. But I think he's a cool concept. It's cool. But yeah. Amnesia: The Dark Descent. If you weren't around during 2010 or 2012 Let's Play time or something like that, then, or something like that, you know how big of a deal this horror game was. This is an iconic horror game. One of the OGs. I'm putting it right next to Slenderman the 8 Pages in my book. I kind of want to put him in S+, up there with FNAF, but I don't think so. Amnesia: The Bunker is, well, the more recent game, and it's still pretty damn good. It's nice. I love the monster design of this game, and it's set during World War I, during when trenches were a thing, when there was artillery or something like that. I love it. I definitely don't think it's as good as The Dark Descent. It's still a good game. Still a top game of it. I'll put it above Outlast. I personally never played it, nor The Dark Descent, but from what I heard of it's good. SCP-087-B. I think it's made by the same guy that made SCP Containment Breach, which is right here. I guess I'll go ahead and rank that game actually later. But yeah. It's just a creepy game. What is there to say about it? I'll put it at the top of B. Above Boofy's Bunker, I think. I don't know. Limbo. I'm gonna be honest. I never was interested in Limbo. I thought I heard something. Okay, I thought I heard something. I've never been interested in Limbo. I mean, it's cool. I think I know the monster of this game is like a spider, which is cool. I think that's the only thing I know about this game is that there's the one enemy that's like a spider. You can kind of see in the icon here. Overall, I don't really know anything about Limbo, which is a shame. Anyway, Little Nightmares. And I'm including the Little Nightmares. Okay, I'm back. Papa walked in, which is great. That's fucking wonderful. But Little Nightmares, back to what we were doing. Little intermission. But Little Nightmares, I like it. The janitor is one of my favorite monsters in all the horror media. I love it when monsters have like long ass arms, like the janitors, but have short legs. I love it. I don't know why, but I love it. It's so creepy. I just love it. I love it when a horror monster is like that. I love it. So Little Nightmares is going pretty high up for that. I'll put it above Outlast. Actually, no, above Amnesia the Bunker, in my opinion. Alright. Rome 0120? Is that right? I can't remember. This is the game I'm wanting to make, and I probably will. It's also the game that shouldn't have never been existed. Or at least from what YouTubers say about it. I think it's unique. From what it looks like so far, it's pretty creepy. I don't want to spoil it. I don't want to spoil myself, since I'm going to make a video off it. I'm going to make a video on it, hopefully soon. Because it's creepy, and I think it would be really cool. I just thought I would include it on this list of horror games, because it's technically an indie horror game. I'm going to put it... Crap. I don't know where I want to put this. Above... No, crap. Above... Maybe below No Players Online, come to think of it for now. Alright, open your eyes, or don't open your eyes. Now, let me explain on this one, because you probably never heard of this game. So, it's a ASMR kind of horror game. That's why I included it, because I like ASMR stuff. Yeah, I'm that kind of person. Crap. I don't really remember it fully, but it's like you're in a bed, you're sleeping, and you see this imaginary demon guy, and you try and picture what his face looks like, and then, in the actual ending, he reveals himself to be actually real. But when you open your eyes, when he's still around or something like that, he's like he's never there, something like that. I really like the game. It's an ASMR kind of horror game, so it's gonna be. It kind of makes me uncomfortable talking about this one. I like it. I think it's just a simple, eerie horror game. Nice and simple. I just thought I would include it on this list because it's one of the games, again, that I know of or heard about. And I watched Yub play this game. And I include another game that Yub made a video on, which is Slide in the Woods. But I'm gonna put it above Dingle Dongle Farm. Actually, no, below Dingle Dongle Farm, in my opinion. Emily wants to play. You guys remember this game? I remember it. I remember there being a ventriloquist doll, a Chinese demon lady or something like that. I don't know. A clown. 2 clowns, actually. A guy in a suit that looks kind of like Slenderman if he had a face. A burnt doll. I think that's about it. Oh, and Emily herself. I personally, to me, I like the second game more. The first game, I personally like the second game more, in my opinion. So, Emily Wants to Play it's alright. I'll put it above I'm Scared, in my book. PT. Remember Dr. Pepper Terror? Yeah, this is one of the inspirations. PT. I think the thing you need to know about and what makes PT is that each corridor you go through, the further and further you get in the game, it just keeps. It's the same room over and over again with different stuff happening. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't really like PT all that much. I'll put it above Escape the Poo Poo House. Alright. Vapor. I remember this game. I know that Vapor has been in a mod for Minecraft, and then Vapor got in freaking Pillar Chase 2. Yes, that Roblox game, which kind of caught me off guard. I did not know they added freaking Vapor in that game. I've seen Markiplier's videos on Vapor. I love Vapor. From what I've heard of, the game is pretty hard, and it definitely looks scary, and that's because it is. From the icon, it is scary. Yeah, there's not really much to talk about, except that Vapor was in Pillar Chase 2, as a free monster, by the way. I'm gonna put Vapor pretty high up. I'm gonna put him above Rome something here. Actually, no, above Outlast, in my opinion. Become a Killer, our first Roblox game on this list, and one that the amount of videos I made on this damn game, on this Roblox game, is kind of crazy. Ever since Redacted was added into Become a Killer, I've just never stopped making videos about it. Something like that. And I do know the post that Harry Rogue made where he talked about him not being interested with Redacted being the main villain and stuff like that. Which, Harry Rogue, I really want to say go fuck yourself. Oh, I really want to say go fuck yourself for that. Look, I'm going to hold it in. I'm not going to say that, because I know Harry Rogue is he's a nice guy, and I don't want to make a drama out of it, even though I don't know. It pisses me off. It really does. But Become a Killer itself, the game, I like it. It's technically not a horror game. It's more of like a team-based Roblox game where there's the killers and there's the survivors, something like that. And me having my own character, or me having Redacted, which is my character, in the game, it makes it special, which is why I thought I would include it on this list anyway. Because I don't think I've ranked Become a Killer, the game as a whole itself. I don't know. I don't know about this one. Crap. I'm not sure. I'm gonna put it at the top of. I'll put it below SCP-087 in my opinion. But above Boofy Spunker. Actually, not below Boofy Spunker. It's a good Roblox game, which I recommend. Actually, not at the moment because Become a Killer is for right now closed until Overhaul comes out. So, yeah. Even though Hare Road, even though I know it's both Legacy and Recode are closed, but they're still open. I mean, they're still open. There's not like no one's playing them at the moment because they just think it's closed. But it's still open. It's not like private, which is kind of weird. So, okay. But I don't know. For now, it's going in B tier, like above Carrion, but below Boofy Spunker, I think. Slendy Tubbies. Fun fact, I got in trouble about this. I think I went into a learning center because I was real young when this happened. Because of Slendy Tubbies, like I was part of it. That sounds very fucking stupid. And that's because it is. I don't know what the hell I was thinking back then. Don't know what I was thinking. I regret it. It was stupid. Anyway, Slendy Tubbies itself, the franchise, I think, or the series, it's okay. I mean, it's a Slender clone. Obviously, Slendy or Slender or something like that is in the name. Slendy Tubbies. So it's of course going to be like Slenderman. But it's the most popular Slenderman clone that's out there. I kind of like Slendy Tubbies. I know the fandom is pretty awful, which is kind of sad. I've seen like the fan animations and stuff. Oh my god, they're awful. Never watch the fan animations. They are awful. Oh my god. Unless if you like that kind of stuff. Pause. Anyway, Slendy Tubbies. Not sure where to rank it. I mean, if we're talking about the OG Slendy Tubbies, it kind of sucked, to be honest. Slendy Tubbies 2, iconic. My favorite Slendy Tubbies game. Slendy Tubbies 3, it expanded the lore. That it was in my opinion, it was kind of a downgrade. That's about it. I'm putting it at the top of D. Yeah. I don't know. The more Terry assistant? I don't know. The mortuary assistant, I think that's what it's called. From what I've seen, pretty scary. It looks pretty good. And stuff like that. I've seen like Bushwhack88 or whatever his name is. The guy that like makes Twitch hat play sound effects or something like that. I love those videos. They make me laugh every time. From what I know of, it's pretty scary. It's a pretty good game. I would put it maybe below Emily Wants to Play, but above I'm Scared. I don't know. Alphabet Lane is the next one. That's the weird looking Cookie Monster guy going like "Rrr." That looks goofy, but trust me. Alphabet Lane is an old game at this point. You probably never heard about it, and it's kind of obscure. Not a whole lot of people know about it. I know the Game Sam made a video on it twice. And I know the Annoying Orange made a video on it. They also made a video on Limbo as well. Alphabet Lane, yeah, it's I mean, the main villain of Alphabet Lane is just Cookie Monster. It's just the Cookie Monster guy from. It's It's supposed to be like a Sesame Street horror game, which is funny. I know, because I think Dave Microwave's Games also made a Sesame Street horror game as well. But I don't know. But Alphabet Lane, I like it. The jump scares are pretty cool, especially that chef guy. The chef guy's pretty creepy, like Chef Poe. Pretty sure that's his name. But it's unique. It's a unique. It's a unique horror game. I'm gonna put it above. I'm gonna put it above. Nah. God, this one's tough. I'll put it below PT. Yeah, I think that's a fair place. Alright, Nighttime Visitor. Classic horror game. It's that one horror game where there's the serial killer, or like the killer that can only hear you if you call him on the phone. That was like the main gimmick of this game and what made it popular. I've seen Corey Kitchen's video on it. It's funny. I love it. The monster I think it's for like a horror game contest or something like that. But the monster guy itself, the killer, he looks goofy. I don't think we'll never know why the killer in the game looks so damn goofy. He's on the phone. He looks like a nice, cool little guy. He's a nice little guy. But he's become Nighttime Visitor is an iconic horror game. I don't know. It's a classic in my book. I'm gonna put it above. Don't open your eyes. I'll put it above that one. All right, Slender the Arrival, the sequel to Slender the 8 Pages. Is it overrated? Maybe. I like it I like Slender the Arrival. I like it. I don't think it's not as good as like Slender the 8 Pages. Not by a long shot, but I like it. I really like it. I like that it's like taking like stuff from Marv Hornets. Like Slender has his like proxies. Like there's Kay and Charlie, something like that. Pretty cool. There was one Roblox game like Slenderman's Revenge or something like that. That Roblox game, classic, that I think was like Slender the Arrival. I personally like Slender the Arrival. I think it goes above DPT, or maybe even Rome, something like that. Shipwreck 64. My God. I don't really know. It's another one of those. It's another horror game where I'm not that interested in it. I mean, I know it goes for a more analog horror kind of vibe, which I like, but no, it's not my cup of tea. So I'm gonna put in don't remember anything about it. I don't know. Oh God, Granny. Oh boy, Granny. The same guy that made Slendrina. Which I'll put right next. But Granny, it started a whole franchise or something like that. Granny's been a classic, but it's unfortunately one of those horror games where they were like imported to the phone with ads. Those horror games are kind of shit. And yeah, but Granny's kind of classic in my opinion. Now, ranking the game, I'm only ranking the first Granny game because I think the second one's probably the second best, and then the third game and onwards is when I lost interest in the game. But Granny. God, where do I put this one? I'll put it below A Real Party. I think. I like Granny. I just don't know. Actually, I'm gonna put her. I'm putting Granny, and I'm not sure. Anyway, Slendrina, made by the same guy. It's basically Slendrina's daughter. No, not Slendrina. It's basically if Slenderman had a sister. That sounds wrong. It's basically if Slenderman had a daughter. That's basically who Slendrina is. But then she's got a whole bunch of games. It's more like a mobile game stuff. She's even in Granny as an Easter egg, which is kind of cool. I like Slendrina. She's kind of classic in the mobile game community. I don't know where I want to put her. I think I'll put her on the... No. I'll put her above A Real Party, I think. I don't know. Slide in the Woods is up next. And it's exactly what you do. There's a slide in the woods. Hence the name. But the more you go down it, the more creepy it gets, and then you go to this dimension with this tall guy with a mask. It's a short horror game. I watched Yub play it. That's how I know it. Because I watched Yub, the man, Yub play this game. It's okay. It's a nice, short, simple horror game. I'll put it below Alphabet Lane in my book. Alright, Ice. I don't remember anything about Ice. I'm sorry, I don't remember anything. Kinto Pet. Kinto Pet. Don't remember anything. I don't remember any. I know it's a horror game that's based off like Bonzi Buddy or like one of those like Microsoft assistants that go on your desktop helping you out, something like that. I know that's what it's based off of. I'm just not interested. I know it's supposed to be like an axolotl, but still. Night Shift. I watched Corey Kenshin's video on it. And it's a demo to Stay Out of the House, which is next. I'll rank Stay Out of the House and Night Shift together since they're both the same game. Except Night Shift is only the first part of the game, where Stay Out of the House has the rest of the game. Stay Out of the House is more like Granny. Stay Out of the House, it's like the Papa Combo version of Granny, pretty much. So Night Shift, the demo of Stay Out of the House, it's okay. Spooky. Iconic. One of Papa Combo's more iconic games that they made. Same guys that made The Night Ripper. I'm gonna put it below... I'll put it below Rob the Killer for the demo. Now the full game, Stay Out of the House, it's like Granny but a little better, in my opinion. It's what Granny wanted to be, in my opinion. Except if Granny was a Papa Combo game, that's what it would be. Stay Out of the House with the Butcher. Iconic. I'll put it above Bunky. I think that's good. Monstrum. Never heard of this game. I don't know why I even put it on this list anyway. From what I've heard of, it's a classic indie horror game. I've never heard of it. I don't know what the hell Monstrum even is. I don't remember anything. SCP Containment Breach. Oh boy. Spicy one, boys. SCP Containment Breach. It's made by the same guy that made SB-087, B, SCP Containment Breach. It's a classic horror game. It's what made SCP popular to begin with. It's what made it really popular. Like PewDiePie, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye. You know it. Played the game. It's iconic. It's a classic horror game. And is what made SCP so iconic. Because it's a good horror game. I'll personally put it like below. I'll put Slender the Eight Pages below Amnesia. I'll put Amnesia at the top of S. And then SCP Containment Breach is at the bottom of S. Buckshot Roulette. It's another one of those like popular games, but I will give it credit. It's the only like popular game, like Poppy Playtime or Garden of Batman. You know, for popularity wise stuff, it's the only one that I'm actually interested in. I think it's okay. It's cool. I love the dealer. I love the game design, stuff like that. I love it. I mean, it's just Russian roulette, but with a shotgun. That's about it. It's a good game. I recommend you go play it. I don't think the community's that bad. I don't know. I'll put it above Outlast, but below Vapor, in my opinion. Alright, Among the Sleep. Iconic horror game. I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't really that interested in it. I know people played it a lot back in the day. Wait. I know it was like real popular back in the day. You play as like a child or like a baby or something with a teddy bear or something like that. I don't remember anything about it, but it's a good horror game. Hello Neighbor. I'm only talking about the alphas of Hello Neighbor. Everything after the alphas, no. I've heard that it's got a TV show. And it's got books. And it's got a sequel. And it's... yeah. But the alphas are iconic. Come on. Alpha 2 is my favorite alpha out of them all. I love Alpha 2 so much. So Hello Neighbor, I like Hello Neighbor. Not as much as I used to. It's the same case as like Bendy and the Ink Machine. I think they both collabed with each other, which is kind of nice. I'm gonna put them above Bendy and the Ink Machine. Up below Slendy Tubbies. Sad Satan. The game that shows you real corpses. Honestly, I don't know why the hell I even included it on this list, because it's a horror game. But one that shows real gore. So F. F for real gore images. No, it's distasteful, it's terrible, it's awful. Inscription. I'm gonna be honest. I personally never really known about Inscription. I mean, I've heard about it, but I just never been interested in it. Baldi's Basics. Yeah, another popular horror game with a community, content farms and stuff like that. I actually love Baldi's Basics. I think it's a good game. Especially the classic remaster. Baldi's Basics Plus, alright. Especially the mods for Baldi's Basics. Oh, I'm sorry, Baldi's Bacon. Anyway, I'll stop. Baldi's Basics, the mods, I like the mods. They were funny and goofy. Nowadays, the horror mods for Baldi's Basics, like the horror kind of mods, are pretty good. Baldi's Basics itself is alright. I think it's one of the more better games that have a bad community. It's one of the more better ones, so I'll put it above Nighttime Visitor, in my opinion, but below Dangle Dongle Farm. Mandela Invasion, another Mandela catalog game that I think Alex Kister, the guy that made Mandela catalog, he actually played this game. This was when Volume 2 came out, around that era. It's just a Mandela catalog horror game. That's about it. I think it's like a FNAF thing or something like that. It's like FNAF or Five Nights at Freddy's. But I remember, it's okay. I'm not sure though. I don't know. Faith. I like Faith. I just think it's alright. I know it's popular, okay? But, God. I'm not sure either. I'm not sure why I want to put Faith. I don't know. Enter the Backrooms. A Backrooms game. It shouldn't have taken as long as it should have been, but we're now at that point. I did a video on Enter the Backrooms, which I'm kind of sad about, because I put so much effort in that video, and a lot of people didn't watch it, which I am pissed about. But Enter the Backrooms, it's a good Backrooms game. I like that it's like, unlike other Backrooms games, or something like that, well, we do have Escape the Backrooms from Andy, I think, or something like that. But Enter the Backrooms, it focuses more on like the wiki, the official Backrooms wiki dot, like level 11, level exclamation mark. Not really, but you know, it's more like, it's, in my opinion, the best Backrooms game that revolves around the actual wiki dot itself, and not just the iconic image itself. I think it's underrated. It's a pretty good game. I would say, I would put it below Carrion. Or Carrion, yeah. I'll put it above Dangle Dongle Farm, but below Carrion. Man from the Window. Thick Furries. Take that as you will. I don't remember anything about this game. For one, I remember I don't like it. It's awful. I mean, it was popular. I don't like it. No. Home or House. Okay, House is yet another one of those popular indie horror games. I do remember there's a lot of ways you can die. You try and like save your family from dying or something like that. You know what I mean? If you've seen the game, you know what I'm talking about. Well, yeah. It's got a lot. It's mostly well known for its endings. There's so many endings that it's crazy. I'm gonna put House above Vapor, in my opinion. Frosty Nights. Okay. These next two games are both kind of the same thing when it comes to the formula. Boogeyman. I'll rank Boogeyman first, come think of it. And Frosty Nights. I personally don't know what Boogeyman is. From what I've heard of, it's a pretty iconic horror game. And then we got Frosty Nights, which is just like it, but if it was, instead it was snowmen. Instead of the Boogeyman. Instead of the Boogeyman, it's just snowmen. Overall, it's just the same game. But Frosty Nights, I know it a little more. I know it more than Boogeyman itself. I do remember gaming with Kev's thumbnail, because I know he played it. Which I feel like I should go ahead and watch that, so I can get a good picture of what Boogeyman actually is. I mean, I know the cryptid, the boogeyman. I know he lives under your bed at night. Just a folktale. A classic folktale. Tell your kids. Something like that. I'll put it at the bottom of... No, I'll put it above Rob the Killer. And Bob the Killer. I don't know. At Dead of Night. I think this game's pretty interesting. Mostly because of the style of it. It's mostly more like a short film. Like a short horror film or something like that. But if it was like a point and click horror game. Where it's like realistic or something like that. I love that. I love that so much. I think it's alright. It's good. It's a good horror game. It's unique. I like that it's more like a movie, kinda. Where it's like live action and stuff. I like it. It takes place in a hotel with a guy called Hugo. He's the main villain of the game. He's got a bat. He'll whack you silly with the bat. And you try to uncover the secrets of the hotel and its morbid past. That's pretty much it. I'll put it at the bottom. I'll put it at the top of C. I think that's good. Escape the Backrooms. I'm not so sure where I want to put it. I know the developer who makes it. He makes devlogs about it. It's funny. It's just it's... You probably heard of it. I don't know. Interminable Rooms. Another Roblox game. Now, Rooms is the precursor to Doors. Doors is actually based off Rooms. And Interminable Rooms is just Rooms by Nico Patty. Except Interminable Rooms is like Rooms, but much better. I kind of like it. I like Doors entity concepts. I really love those a lot. I know I made a tier list of me ranking my own Doors concepts. I remember that. I do remember making like showing off my Doors entity concepts on my second channel, which actually got a good amount of views, which is kind of shocking. I'm gonna put Interminable Rooms above Escape the Boo Boo House, but below Slide in the Woods. Alright. The Convenience Store. Our first and I think only Chillis Arts game. Yeah, you're just a convenience store worker you're in like a haunted convenience store. I remember watching Corey Kenshin make a video on it. I love it. I remember it being his most recent video back then. And I love the convenience store. I like it. It's a good Japanese horror game. I like it. I'm gonna put it above Vapor. Actually, no, I'll put it above Amnesia the Bunker. In my opinion. The Crooked Man. It's an RPG Maker game. I guess after I do Crooked Man, I should do Aoni next. Crooked Man, I don't remember anything about it. From what it looks like it's pretty damn creepy. It looks creepy. I don't know. Aoni, on the other hand, another RPG Maker game, but iconic. He was also a killer and become a killer. My bad. I like Aoni, actually. I always thought he was just a purple monster guy with a funny looking face. That's about it. But he's actually blue. He looks more purple to me. I don't know why. He looks more purple than blue. But I'ma put him maybe below Body's Basics and above Nighttime Visitor. I think it's good. Night of the Consumers. I'm not sure. Alright, we got another Roblox game. Guts and Black Powder. Yes, it's basically the Napoleonic Wars, but if there was a zombie apocalypse. Short and sweet, and it's awesome. I love Guts and Black Powder. It's unique. I like it. It's cool. It's a popular Roblox game. Once again, technically not a horror game. Maybe. It's got some horror elements. I'll honestly put it above A Real Party, but below Slendrina. A Craft of Mine. This is a Minecraft horror game. It's like, so the story is there's this developer that works at Mojang who made really good sentience to NPCs because of the crafting table, and he pretty much revolved over that. Monster designs look cool. I like the one where the very long legs. Like it. Also the looking head looking guy. The dinosaur looking guy, which is right here in the little icon here. I'm just like, okay, it's like a creeper, but if it was a dinosaur. That's about it. I'm gonna put A Craft of Mine above Don't Open Your Eyes. I think so. The Smiles Family Household. It's a Roblox myth game that's based off the Roblox, the Smiles Family, one of the most popular Roblox, one of the more iconic Roblox myths of all time. Good, nice Roblox myth. I love it. I remember I'd made the account, my first channel. My original name was Frank Smiles, because I was wanting to be like a Smiles character guy, just to troll people. Like I was actually part of the Smiles family. I don't know. I honestly don't know why I did that. Anyway, Smiles family household. I'll put it above Night Ripper, in my opinion. Ocean Terror, based off The Good Puffer / Angered Fish Roblox myth. Ocean Terror. We got Bad Puffer. I love Bad Puffer. I think I like it more than the Smiles family household. I'll put it above Stay Out of the House, in my opinion. Let's Find Larry. Yeah, God, what's his name? Oh, right. The Where is Waldo horror game. I like it. I watched a 3FS's video on it. I like it. I think it's alright. I kinda like it. It kinda goes for a more adult approach, but I'll put it above Nosferatu's Lair of Doom, in my opinion. Apeirophobia, one of the most popular Roblox backrooms games. Apeirophobia? I'm not sure. I guess it's above Body's Basics, I think. SB3008. Now, I like this. I love this game. I love it. Especially the King. I like the King in the game. It's one of my favorite Roblox horror games. I love it. And it's one of the more popular Roblox horror games, which I recommend you go check out. OST is good. The King is awesome. I love Dragon Platinum's videos on it. I really like them. And it's a nice game. It's nice. I love it. Really much. I'll put it above, honestly, I'll put it above SCP 087, in my opinion. The PS1 Siren Head game. It's simple. It's just, this is when Siren Head was popping off. Made by Trevor Henderson, one of my favorite horror artists of all time. Siren Head's, this one's kind of a tough one. I mean, it's just a short horror game. Maybe below Alphabet Lane. I think that's good. Fears of Fathom. I like that the main premise of the game, it's supposed to be like miniature real life event stories. I like that a lot. We got like home invasions or something like that. It's a nice horror game. I like it. Not really, but I kind of like it. I'll put it above Ocean Terror, I think. Phasmophobia. I'm not too interested in Phasmophobia. I know a lot of YouTubers are. It's popular. It's supposed to be more like a ghost hunting game. You play as like a ghost, a ghost hunter guy or something like that. Not like Ghostbusters. Get out of that. What? I'm gonna put Phasmophobia. I'm honestly gonna put Phasmophobia above. No, I'm gonna put it below. No, above Little Nightmares. Above Little Nightmares. Alright, welcome to the game. I love the game. I love Welcome to the. I like Welcome. Fuck. I like Welcome to the Game. Especially Welcome to the Game 2. The original, no. The second game, I like. I like that the game revolves around you trying to rescue this woman, like, and doing it on the dark web, which is, I love that. I don't know why. And you got many other threats. We got like a Agent 47 guy. We got a guy and a woman in masks. SWAT team. A slasher. A guy that makes human dolls. It's everything. I don't know. He's also, it's made by the same guy that made Scrutinized, which is up next. Welcome to the game. Ooh. This one's kind of tricky. I like Welcome to the Game. Personally, I like it. I honestly really do like it. I think it's above Apeirophobia. Maybe above Dingle Dongle Farm, in my opinion. Scrutinized. I watched Corey Kenji's videos on it. Something like that. From what I've heard of and seen, I know Queso played it. It's a hard game. It's hard. We got this like a security guard looking guy, bald head, and then we got this scientist guy, something like that. I honestly don't remember. I think that's how I remember. Spacky's Night Shift. Now, it's kind of like, it's not really FNAF, but it looks like, from at first glance, it may feel like or look like it might be FNAF, but it's not. It's just, survive until 6 a.m. You walk around the restaurant with like a clown looking guy, a soda guy, and a fry guy. It's like battling against Team Hunger Force. I don't know. It's just a little weird, funny game that the Game Salmon did. That's all I know, because I've seen Game Salmon play this. I'll put it below Alphabet Lane. I'll put it below. It steals. I honestly don't know anything about it. Really. But it's why I would include it here. Exit 8. Now, similar to like I'm on observation duty. Not exactly, because you're not like on cameras and report an anomaly. It's another spot the difference kind of game where if you spot something, you gotta go backwards. I think. If you see an anomaly, you gotta walk backwards. But if there's nothing different, you continue walking forward until you reach the end of it. Short and simple. There's a lot of anomalies. A lot of them are pretty unique. There's like an anomaly where there's a guy trying to camouflage with the walls. That's pretty cool. I know there's another X8 game where you're on a train. I forgot what it was called. I think it was Station 8. I'm pretty sure. Or Route 8 or something like that. I'm gonna put it bottom of B. I think that's good. Mr. Hop's Playhouse. I don't remember. And I don't want to remember any of it. Because from what I remember, I didn't like it. Eggs for Bart. Remember this game. Bring me eggs. Only eggs can sustain me. I remember that. So like that. Crouch animation was funny. And it was just kind of, I think maybe it was like a parody game. It's a Simpsons horror game. And it was kind of funny. It's supposed to be like a funny kind of horror game. Kind of weird. So I'm going to put X for Bart above Slendrina for that. No, I'm not human. I kind of like No, I'm Not Human. Kinda. Not really, but I kinda do. It's unique. With visitors wandering around, you gotta find out which one who's a visitor or not. Let them in, you know. It's popping off at the moment. And it's unique. I'm gonna put No, I'm Not Human above The Smallest Family Household, below Tunky, in my opinion. Humaniki. Don't remember anything about it. I don't know. Power Drill Massacre. It's another Papa Combo game. It's one of the OGs. I'm not really too interested in it. To be honest, I'm not sure. Doors. Oh boy. Doors. One of the most popular Roblox games right now. Or at the moment. There's Floor 2, which was memed about a lot. And actually became a thing for once and was hyped. Doors is cool. If you haven't played Doors, go play it. It's fun. It's what inspired Pressure as well. Another Roblox popular game. Now I'm even better than Doors, but I personally stayed with Doors. Especially Floor 1. Or like the original Doors. God. Doors, I'm not sure where I want to put it. I'll put it above. I'll actually put it above Become a Killer. I think. It's a good Roblox game. Check it out. The complex found footage. The only thing I remember is it's a backrooms game that's super realistic. That's it. Nothing else. Alright. Sardi's Maze. The only thing I know about Sardi's Maze is that he was in Friday Night Funkin'. And we know how much I don't like Friday Night Funkin'. Don't remember anything. The park, I do remember Markiplier playing this game. I love the conductor, like the main conductor looking guy. His design looks fucking creepy. I love that design. I thought it was like so like, ooh. I don't know. It's creepy. But from what I've heard of, it's more story driven or more story based. I think it was a pretty okay game for what I've heard. So I'm gonna put it. Well, I'm gonna have to put. I don't remember any of it. Blood Wash. Oh yeah. Another Papa Combo game. I think it's alright. Yeah, it's. I don't know. I know Yub voice acted the pizza guy in that game, which is kind of cool. Overall, I think it's above Escape the Poo Poo House. I don't know. Nun Massacre. One of Puppet Combo's, I think, hardest games. It was kind of like Granny in a way. Kind of similar to Stay Out of the House, so I'll put it next to Stay Out of the House. Where is Stay? Oh, no. There we go. I'll put it above. Get Stay Out of the House. Choo Choo Charles, made by Two Star. I watched Two Star's earlier development on the game before it even got released. When it was released, it was in development for a long time. And when it released, I was like, oh my god, I'm actually pretty hyped. I feel like I shouldn't have been as hyped as it is. I like Choo Choo Charles. I kind of like it. It's one of those like popular horror games, similar to like Garden of Banban or probably Playtime on this list. It's similar, but I kind of like it. Two Star, I like Two Star's games, especially his development videos on it. They were cool. So yeah, I'ma put it below A Craft of Mine, I think. And these next two games are his other popular games: My Beautiful Paper Smile and No Snake Hotel. Welcome to No Snake Hotel. Come on down. If you don't like snakes, head on down here. We're the only hotel that doesn't have snakes. I think that's how it went. I do remember No Snake Hotel was made for a video of like No Snake Hotel was made so he can scare his friend, one of his friends that really don't like snakes or has the fear of snakes. It's pretty cool. But My Beautiful Paper Smile the art style looks really something I would like. I like that face. That face is like, ugh. I like the face. I love the hand drawn kind of art style. Kind of like Slenderman kind of art style, where it's like scribbled, like black and white, and it's like creepy. I love that a lot. So My Beautiful Paper Smile. My Beautiful Paper Smile. I've never played it. I think Markiplier played it for a 3 Random Games video. I'll put it above Vapor, I think. Fun fact, I feel like I should have peed before I made this video. I feel like we can get the rest of these done, like, quickly. Because I think we've already been here for 2 hours. Jesus. No Snake Hotel. I'ma put it. I'm not sure about No Snake Hotel. The Rake horror game. It's basically Bigfoot It's basically the Bigfoot game if you know it. But instead of Bigfoot, it's the Rake. Yeah. I remember Lord Me and 777 play this game. And that's kind of all I know about it. The Rake in this game, he looks more like an alien, more like a gray alien guy than the Rake. In my opinion, I don't know. But the Rake, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Midnight Evil. I don't remember. I don't know. Duck season. Don't remember. LiDAR.exe. Now, I'm gonna include the horror game that's on Roblox. That's about LiDAR. Actually, no. I'll talk about the Gmod add-on LiDAR, something like that. So it's basically this computer program stuff. I don't know. Not sure. Tattletale. Don't remember, but I remember seeing it, knowing it. Dark Deception. I don't remember. Dead by Daylight. I kind of like it. It's alright. So, above, I'm scared. In my opinion. The Baby in Yellow. No. No. Probably like below Hello Neighbor. D. I don't know. Bad Parenting. It's supposed to be based off like child abuse or something like that. E. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't. Lethal Company. Good old Lethal Company. I also did include content warning here too, since they're both the same kind of premise. Lethal Company, it's good with friends. Art style is great. I like Lethal Company. I like it. The bonds for it are pretty degenerate and very bizarre. I like just the base game. I like the monsters. I like the jester guy, the music box guy, kinda. The coil head dude. The nutcracker guy with a shotgun. A giant tree monster. A giant worm. A mask that can possess any crew member. Yay. And so much more. I like Lethal Company. I would put it below the convenience store, I think. I like Lethal Company. And some of these are kind of rushed, because I'm kind of wanting to get this done quickly. I can do it. I don't think we're going to make a part 2. I'm close. I'm so close. Content warning is... It's just Lethal Company, but a little funnier. I'll put it right next to Lethal Company. Retiz? Don't remember it. My Eyes Deceived. The game that was... I think there was a Roblox version, which I think has soon been taken off, because it talks about R-word, if you know what I mean. It's the story of it is... It's about the R-word and how bad it is. It's a sad kind of game, and the ending makes you kind of feel a little sick. I don't know. I kind of like My Eyes Deceived. I'll put it at the bottom of C. Maybe no, actually below Slendy Tubbies. Amena the Adventurer. F. I don't like it. I wish it was never a thing. Not even the demo. Don't like it. Nope. I'll put it at E. Bottom of E. Play with me. I remember Dan TDM playing this. And Taste Gaming doing it. I don't remember at all. No. Last Monday I watched Queso play it, and I don't like it. So, above Bending Ink Machine. I think it's alright. Do You Copy? Oh. The Goatman horror game. Alright. Do You Copy? I love Do You Copy. I love it. I really like it. I recommend you play it. The ending, it's like the Goatman gets you. And the person that's on the radio is like the Goatman itself. I love it. I love it. It's got a vibe that's really creepy. I'll put it above Slender the Arrival. I think that's fitting for that one. Pacify. Don't remember. I don't remember. I don't remember. I don't. I'll make America great again. I know I will. That was a terrible Donald Trump impression. My God. Murder House. I kind of like Murder House. The Easter Ripper's alright. In my opinion, I like the Night Ripper more. I like that the weapon of choice he uses is a sickle. Pretty cool. I kind of like it. I personally like Night Ripper a little more. So I'll put him below Night Ripper, I guess. Darn the Banban. Oh, you know for a fact. You know straight away I'm going to put this in F. Moving on. Blood Money. I think it's alright. Blood Money is alright. Harvey Harvington is funny stuff. Art style is pretty not a big fan of the art style, but I don't know. Dexter Manning, he does a nice voice acting job on Harvey Harvington, who actually has a YouTube channel, which I watched his No I'm Not Human playthrough. He also voice acted the main guy that was in that one Hello Neighbor parody video, which is actually kind of crazy. Blood Money. I'm not so sure. I'll put it below Bring Me Eggs for Bart. I almost said Bring Me Eggs. Like that was the name. No. It's below Eggs or Bart. No, it's not C tier. Bottom of B, I think. At this point, I'm just rushing it to get it done with. These aren't really solid picks. I'm not really fully happy with this, but I don't know. 3 more to go! Spooky's Jumpscare Mansion. I kind of like it. Yeah. Fun fact, I do have this game in my Steam library. I'm very sure I do. Yeah, there we go. I have this game in my Steam library, by the way. If you guys wanted to know that. It's in my Steam library. I just never gotten around to play it. I like the specimens, especially Specimen 6. The giant floating head, that's red stuff. I love it. I kind of like it. It's a nice game. Stuff like that. I'll put it above Rome. Something like that. The Happy Hills Murderer. I think I have this in my... Yeah. The Happy Hills Homicide is what this next game's called. It's okay. You play as the killer, so it's a kind of reverse horror game. Sorta. I don't know. It's cool. It's great. Yeah. I'll put it below Emily Wants to Play. And last up is Poppy Playtime. You know damn well I'm gonna put this. But before, Chapter 1 I thought was alright. The fandom for it, the community, is degenerate. Oh my god. It's probably the most degenerate community I've ever seen in my life. Holy crap. And I think the developer themselves is not good at all either. I think Poppy Playtime Chapter 2 and onward is when I lost interest. Chapter 1, it should have just been Chapter 1. Never anything else. It should have been just Chapter 1 and that's it. I thought that was just as good as it is. It's just like Garden of Banban. No. Bottom of F. And with that, we've finally done this giant video of ranking horror games that I personally have seen or heard of. I'm sorry if this last part of it was kind of rushed. I know my throat's kind of getting dry from the amount of talking. I've been doing. But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button. You can subscribe if you want. If not, that is a-okay with me. But it'll be heavily appreciated. My goal is to reach 100. No, not goal. I need to remember not to say that now. Don't miss out on my community posts. They can be very helpful. Like what videos you want me to do next, or other stuff in general, like teasers, trailers, channel updates, so on. Go check out my community posts. Please, go check them out. And yeah. It was kind of fun ranking these horror games. I've been putting this off for these past 2 days. I'm glad I got this over with. It feels good. It feels good. Or something like that. The only S+ rank, the only S+ one that was ever in FNAF was the only one that managed to get an S+. Wow. We only had one S+ tier. And only 3 S tiers. Everything else is just cluttered. Oh my god. I think B tier is probably the tier that has the most entries in them. I don't know. But if you guys enjoy, yeah. But I'm Mr. Broge, and I'll see you next time. Oh my god. Yeah, I've been technically doing this for 2 hours now. Jesus Christ. But I'll see you guys later. Peace out.